Hey, are you new to the club? Click the subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell beside it. See ya.
What's up everyone and welcome back to Spiller Kenzie channel, and finally we got our Black Shark Fan Cooler Pro, and this will be our topic on this video. If you're new here, please click the subscribe button for more videos like this. Let's start with the unboxing. I just recently got my Black Shark Fan Cooler Pro after waiting for almost 100 days. And I do hope this cooler worth it. Looking at the box, we got ourselves a couple of QR codes where you can download the official Black Shark, and that I will talk about it later. Next is we do have the manual that we don't usually read, but I did read the manual this time since this is our first time using this cooler from Black Shark. The manual has 4 language translations, and this is good for other nationality that will be getting this controller, or sorry, this cooler. The next one will be a new USB-C cable, and this is important since the cooler doesn't have batteries. Finally, the cooler itself. I can say that this cooler from Black Shark is pretty big compared to FlyDigi's Wasp Wing Pro cooler. It also has retractable clamp for mobile phones, and I think this can even handle big phones like Samsung Note phones. I got my FlyDigi Pro cooler here to compare this cooler from Black Shark. There you can see the difference from the size, and the most important thing here is the size of the cooling pads. Later we will have a performance comparison based on my previous reading for FlyDigi's cooler and against Black Shark. As you can see, FlyDigi can run without any power as it has internal battery. For the Black Shark, it requires external power, meaning if you want to use this outside, make sure you have a power bank to power up Black Shark's cooler. Let's now go to the installation. Before that, I got here my temperature gun to check the cooling area. And for the installation, you can refer to the QR code that I showed you earlier or in the manual itself. You will be directed to Black Shark's official website for the APK file, and upon installation, you just need to pair this cooler with your phone through Bluetooth. The app is necessary for you to control the cooling mode. After pairing with your phone, if this is your first time, you will be prompted to update the firmware of the cooler. Don't worry, the firmware update will not take time. Okay, everything is installed and paired, and let's check the app's capabilities. So the app also lets you control LEDs or the backlight with a number of options that you can try. I will not focus on these options, but I can say that the app gives you numbers of ways to control the LED backlight of your cooler. Like what I mentioned, there are 2 modes in terms of cooling in the Black Shark Pro cooler, and let's listen to the fans. There you have it. Which one do you think is the loudest? Going back to Black Shark, let's measure how cool is the cooling pad area of this cooler. On the app, it says it is around 7 Celsius. On our test, we are measuring about 3.6 or to 3.7 Celsius. To have an accurate measurement, I will be removing the protective cover of the cooler. Okay, there you have it, and let's now try how fast the cooler works. I will be turning on the cooler and I will time it, and once it reaches around 47 Celsius, I will stop the timer. Okay, we're done with the measurement and it took me around less than a minute or like 50 seconds to reach the 4 or 7 Celsius. It is now time to test Black Shark Cooler on our phone, and I'll be using my Samsung Note 9 phone since this is our test phone with our FlyDigi video. I have to remove the sticker so the cooler can cover this area as well. I didn't have to do this on FlyDigi because the cooling pad of that cooler is pretty small. On our test, I'll be playing the same mobile game on our previous FlyDigi video, and every game config will be the same as well. For our Black Shark, we will be playing 2 times. First is for freeze mode, and the next one will be setting our cooler to frozen mode. In the first minute, I noticed that the phone is not getting cooled, and I found out that the cooler is not properly hitting the back of the phone. So please take note of this. After noticing this, I made sure that it fits and hits the back of the phone. After doing some pressing, the temperature jumped from 33 Celsius to 27 Celsius. Now, let's start our first game as the cooler set to freeze mode. Even before the game started, I can see that now I'm hitting 29 Celsius and it will drop down to 27. And you can look at my CPU monitor. Even in the hardest clash, I still keep 28 Celsius measurement. And I'm pretty surprised with the result and the performance of this cooler. I'm now excited to try this frozen mode with the very same game and the same settings. Before starting the game, I set my Black Shark Cooler Pro to frozen mode, and in my first 5 minutes of playing Mobile Legends, I'm measuring a steady 26 Celsius. The game didn't take time to finish, and even in the 15-minute mark of the recording, I can still see the 24 Celsius measurement in my CPU monitor. To compare the two coolers, this is my previous measurement for FlyDigi. You can also watch my previous video if you want to. For FlyDigi cooler, I measure around 31 to 32 Celsius, and for me, Black Shark wins on this one. Clearly, Black Shark Fan Cooler Pro performs better than FlyDigi's Wasp Wing Pro cooler with a temperature difference of 5 to 6 Celsius, meaning Black Shark runs 5 to 6 Celsius cooler than FlyDigi. In the future, I'll be trying these two cooler in many different games to find out if we have the same measurement as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like it. If you want to get this cooler from Black Shark, you can refer to the links below. Bye!